My name is Francine, and I wanted to make this video today to talk about my experience so far with the birth control Kyleena, which, if you haven't heard of it, it's an IUD, intrauterine device, so it goes inside the uterus. It's like a T shape. It releases only a type of progesterone hormone. It's called like levonorgestrel or something. I probably butchered that, sorry. Um, it's the same form that's in like all of the hormonal IUDs. So there's two types of IUDs, hormonal and non-hormonal. I got the hormonal one because it's supposed to help with your periods over time. It can like lighten them, shorten them, and for some people, their periods stop altogether. So that's what I am hoping for. But even if it just helps it a little bit, would be amazing. So I chose the Kyleena versus the Mirena, which is another popular hormonal IUD, because the Kyleena has the lowest dose of hormones for the IUD that can last for 5 years. You can get it, it can stay in for 5 years, but if you don't like the side effects and you want it taken out, or you want to have a baby or something, they can always take it out before that. But I personally chose the lower amount of hormones because I just feel like my body is just like sensitive in general. So I just wanted to try the lower dose at least first, and if it doesn't help, then maybe I'll go up to the higher dose hormones. But the thing that I like about IUDs in general is because it's in your uterus, it's putting the hormones locally, like exactly where they have to be. So no matter what dose you get, at least according to my doctor, like it still has less hormones like going throughout the rest of your body than if you were on like the pill or the patch or the implant in your arm, which I really like that because then hopefully it's supposed to lessen your side effects overall. And so I have now currently had it for 2 months and 2 days. Um, Now, I will suggest when I got it put it in the insertion process, um, I went online, I read a bunch of reviews. I guess I was stupid and I thought to myself, well, people only leave reviews for bad experiences. Which a lot of people said, like, it hurt worse than childbirth, which I never had a kid, but I hear childbirth hurts a lot. um, but I was stupid and didn't take those reviews seriously. My doctor said to take ibuprofen before going in. Um, I just took Tylenol. I don't know if that made a difference, but also she said take it an hour before. I only took it half an hour before. So, like, maybe the pain meds didn't even kick in yet. They want you to go when you're on your period. But I also was on like the last day of my period. I was like barely even bleeding anymore, so I don't know if this made a difference either. But what I'm getting at is um, it hurt really bad. So when they insert it, they first they'll do like um they have to like clamp your, that's a weird word to use, but they have to like clamp onto your cervix opening so they can like stabilize everything and like get a clear shot into your uterus. And then the second, that hurts but not that bad. So I actually had to have two tries to get it put in because the first time it hurt really bad. Um, for the first time during that clamping part, she had me cough. And so I didn't feel any pain at all during that part. because, I don't know, the cough like distracts you or something. But then, so the second step is that they have to stick something in your uterus to measure it. I don't remember what the tool is called, but that hurt so bad. Like, I was not expecting that type of pain. My whole body was shaking, like my legs were shaking. I guess if I had to describe it, it would probably be like the worst cramp I've ever had. I don't know. Like, so whenever I've gone to the doctor, like getting a procedure done, they would say things to me like, you know, if it hurts too bad, let us know, we can stop. I've never actually had to tell them to stop ever, like doing anything, or like, you know, I don't think I ever even had to tell them that a procedure hurt. Like, even if it hurt, I was just like, okay, whatever, I'm fine with this. Well, this is the one procedure that I actually, like, I was like yelling out in pain. I was like, you need to stop, like, right now. Like, I can't take this pain. The third step would be to actually insert the device. But because I was in so much pain, like, I told her, like, I just couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't handle it anymore. I had to go back to get that part done. Which she told me that since she already measured my uterus, I wouldn't have to, like, do that step again, just the last step. But for some reason, they did measure my uterus again when I went back in, so I had to endure both pains. Now, I really like the first lady I saw, but maybe a suggestion would be, so the first person I saw try to do it, she was a nurse practitioner. I don't know if they had me see the actual doctor, like, because I had problems, or if it just happened as chance, but the second time I went in, I saw the actual doctor. And don't get me wrong, like, it still hurt really bad. But either, I don't know, either maybe she had more experience or something, or just because she's a doctor, maybe she was just, like, better at doing it. But I was able to get it in the second time. But I also took everything more seriously this time. Like, I took the pain meds, you know, actually I took them an hour before, so, like, maybe they were kicking in. Like, it still hurt really bad, but, like, my legs weren't shaking this time. But, okay, I know I keep talking about how much it hurts and stuff, but I will say, like, don't let that scare you, though, because, yeah, it hurt really bad, and, like, getting it put in, it was really weird. I don't know if everyone feels this, but, like, it's folded when it goes in. I could, like, feel the arms, like, opening. Like, it was, like, super strange. But the thing is, the pain only lasts really bad for, like, maybe 10 seconds. Like, like, as soon as she was done putting it in, I didn't feel anything anymore. And I was like, wait, like, is this right? Like, did you do it? Am I done? And she was like, yeah, you're good to go. And so, yeah. So I wouldn't let it scare you. Like, right afterwards, I was fine. Like, I mean, I was still in, like, some pain, but yeah, the really bad pain is only a short period of time. So you just have to, like, prepare yourself for that and get yourself through it, because then it's gone and, like, you're fine for the most part. Well, everyone's different, but for me, like, yeah, the bad pain was gone, but then as the day went on, like, I did have, like, normal period cramps, but that was fine. Like, I just took a Tylenol. I guess I would also suggest, like, don't go to work afterwards. Unless you have, like, maybe a desk job would be fine or something, but I'm on my feet, like, all day at work, and I was scheduled to work that day. And, I don't know, I guess I felt dumb calling off, and I kind of needed the money, so I just went to work. I made it through my shift, but like it was probably like the worst period cramps I've ever had. Like it felt like normal period cramps before taking medicine, even though I took medicine. But like it wasn't like debilitating, it was just like really bad. Um, but the next day I had like zero cramps. So then I was like pretty much back to normal. Um, but I will say, like, so I'm currently now almost exactly like 2 months in. So the first month after I got it in, like, maybe I bled like a tiny bit for the first like 3 days, but it was like so little blood. It was literally like orange. Like, I was like, is this even blood? Like, I don't even know what this is. Um, and then I didn't bleed for 2 weeks. But then I started getting cramps and bleeding every day for a week. But like it wasn't bad. It was just like spotting. Um but then I got my actual like period. So unfortunately, I still get my period. It's only been 2 months though, so we'll see. But it was pretty much like a normal period for me. My periods are pretty heavy. Like maybe it was a tiny bit lighter than normal, but it still lasted like 6 or 7 days. And I still had like pretty heavy bleeding for at least like 3 or 4 of the days. And then besides that, like I still had all the other side effects that come with my period. Like I broke out. I always get like really emotional. Like that still happened. I got bloated. So like everything still happened. But like I will say it kind of did just feel like a normal period. So I guess that's good. Like it wasn't like worse. Um and if you want, I didn't really get this as like just a birth control, but like if you want it as just a birth control, like I've been having unprotected sex. Um I waited a week after I got it just to be like extra careful, but like I'm not pregnant, so there's that. So now to talk about month 2. Um my advice is I had some pretty tough, like, not really physical, but emotional times so far since getting this. Like, when you're bleeding, like, it wasn't bad bleeding, but I still bled for like 2 weeks straight during the first month that I had it, like when I had the spotting and then my period. I got very discouraged. Like, I, it made me upset. I was like, damn, like, is this bleeding ever gonna stop? Just to make some of you feel better, hopefully, like, it did stop. The second month, after those 2 weeks, I didn't bleed for 3 whole weeks. So like I didn't have any spotting the second month, which is awesome. I did get my actual period though. I had all like my normal period symptoms, like emotional, bloating, everything. And then the second period I had, it was pretty much the same as the first one, unfortunately. Like it still lasted like 6 days. And I still bled pretty heavy. I think it was either like I don't know if it was any lighter than the first month. Um, but now that's over and I'm not bleeding again. So I guess we'll see what the third month entails. But like my doctor told me that it takes your body like 3 to 6 months to adjust to getting the IUD. So, like, my advice is just try to like power through those 6 months. Hopefully, it won't take that long for my body to adjust. And like, this is where I'm at now. I'm trying to power through them, but I'm feeling a lot better about it now that I'm in the second month already. Like this month I didn't have that whole week of spotting. So yeah, I'm really hoping that it levels out. And if anyone wants to know any more about it, or if they want to just talk to me about it or have any questions, like feel free to reach out. I'll probably make another update again, just hopefully my period stops, and I'll let you know if that happens or if it lightens up or if it's the same, because maybe you're considering this and you just want to know someone's experience of what happens. So thank you for listening to mine, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.